Long ago, in the land of Israel, two armies stood facing each other on opposite hills. On one side were the Israelites, and on the other were their enemies, the Philistines. Between them lay a wide valley filled with tension and fear. Every day, a giant warrior named Goliath stepped forward from the Philistine side. He was massive in size, dressed in heavy armor, and armed with powerful weapons. His voice echoed across the valley as he shouted a challenge, daring anyone from Israel to come and fight him. Goliath said that if one man could defeat him, the Philistines would become servants to Israel. But if he won, Israel would serve the Philistines instead. Day after day, he repeated this challenge, mocking and intimidating the Israelites. And day after day, no one responded. The soldiers were afraid. Even King Saul, their leader, felt powerless. The giant seemed unbeatable. One day, a young shepherd named David arrived at the camp. He had been sent by his father to bring food to his older brothers who were serving in the army. David was the youngest in his family, and his daily life was simple, caring for sheep in the fields. As he arrived, he heard Goliath shouting his usual challenge. Unlike the others, David wasn't frozen with fear. Instead, he was surprised that no one was willing to stand up to the giant. He began asking questions, wanting to understand why this man was allowed to insult the people of Israel.
Why are you all so afraid? We can face this challenge.
His brothers grew annoyed and told him to mind his own business, but David could not ignore what he was seeing.
Together.
This is ridiculous.
Stop trying to inspire fear
Soon,
where there is none.
word reached King Saul that a young boy was claiming he could face the giant. David was brought before the king, who looked at him with doubt. David was young and had no experience as a soldier. But David spoke calmly and confidently. He told Saul about his life as a shepherd, and how he had protected his sheep from lions and bears. He explained that the same God who helped him defeat those wild animals would help him defeat Goliath too. Saul realized that David's confidence came from faith, not from weapons or strength. Though unsure, the king agreed to let him try. Saul placed his own armor on David, hoping it would protect him. But the armor was heavy and unfamiliar. David could barely move in it. He took it off and chose instead what he knew best, his shepherd's staff, his sling, and 5 smooth stones he picked up from a nearby stream. With these simple tools, David walked toward the battlefield. When Goliath saw David approaching, he laughed. He was offended that the Israelites had sent a boy instead of a trained warrior. He mocked David and cursed him, expecting an easy victory. But David did not respond with fear or anger. He spoke with calm confidence, saying that he did not come with sword or spear, but with trust in God.
I will face this challenge with courage and faith.
He declared that the battle did not belong to human strength, but to God. As Goliath moved forward to attack, David ran toward him. Reaching into his bag, he placed 1 stone into his sling and began to swing it through the air. With perfect timing, he released the stone. It flew straight and struck Goliath in the forehead. The giant stumbled and fell face down to the ground. For a moment, everything went silent. The warrior everyone feared had been defeated by a shepherd boy. When the Philistines saw their champion fall, they panicked and fled. The Israelites, filled with new courage, chased them away and won the battle. What once seemed impossible had suddenly become reality. The story of David and Goliath is more than a tale about a battle. It carries a message that continues to speak to people today. It reminds us that the size of a challenge does not determine the outcome. Many of us face our own giants: fear, doubt, pressure, insecurity, or situations that feel far beyond our ability to handle. David's story teaches that courage does not come from being the strongest or the most experienced. It grows from trust, from preparation, and from believing that we are not alone when we face difficult moments. David didn't become brave overnight. His confidence was shaped in quiet seasons, caring for sheep and standing firm in small responsibilities long before anyone noticed him. The story also reminds us that we don't need to copy others to succeed. David refused armor that wasn't his. He stayed true to who he was and used what he already had. Often, our greatest strength comes from embracing our own gifts instead of trying to be someone else.